Welcome to Nexvora podcast, where true stories become timeless inspiration, and where the lives of extraordinary people remind us that every great achievement begins with a single dream. If you enjoy inspiring stories of vision, courage, and determination, you're in the right place. So, sit back, relax, and let's begin today's incredible journey.
Close your eyes for just a moment. Imagine a place where fairy tales come to life. Where castles touch the sky. Where children laugh without a care. And where dreams feel real. Now here's something surprising. That magical world almost never existed. Because the man who created it failed. Again and again. His name was Walt Disney.
Walt Disney was born on December 5, 1901, in Chicago, Illinois. His family wasn't wealthy. Life was simple, and often difficult. From an early age, Walt loved one thing more than anything else: drawing. While other children spent hours playing games, Walt filled notebooks with sketches of animals, people, and imaginary characters.
His family sometimes smiled at his drawings. Not because they were perfect, but because Walt could spend hours creating stories for every little character he drew. Even then, his imagination seemed to have no limits.
Life wasn't always kind. As a young boy, Walt helped his family deliver newspapers before sunrise. The work was exhausting. Cold winter mornings, long hours, very little rest. But those difficult days taught him discipline. They taught him that dreams require hard work.
Even after finishing work, Walt never stopped drawing. Whenever he found a quiet moment, he picked up a pencil. For him, drawing wasn't just a hobby. It was happiness.
As Walt grew older, he dreamed of becoming an artist. Many people around him believed it wasn't a practical career. Some even suggested he should choose a real job. But Walt politely smiled and continued chasing the life he imagined.
He believed imagination wasn't something to hide. It was something to celebrate. That simple belief would one day change entertainment forever.
As a young adult, Walt started his very first animation company. He poured everything into it. His time, his energy, his savings. He truly believed success was just around the corner. But reality had other plans. The company failed. It went bankrupt. Walt lost almost everything.
For most people, that would have been the end. But Walt wasn't like most people. He didn't see failure as proof that he should quit. He saw it as proof that he still had more to learn.
With very little money in his pocket, a suitcase filled with hope, and countless ideas in his mind, Walt boarded a train to Hollywood. He wasn't famous. He wasn't rich. But he carried something far more powerful: a dream.
That journey would change not only Walt's life, but the childhood of billions of people around the world. Because in Hollywood, a little mouse was waiting to make history.
We'll discover how Walt Disney created Mickey Mouse, built one of the world's greatest entertainment companies, opened Disneyland, and proved that imagination can truly change the world.
Sometimes, the biggest magic begins with the smallest dream.
We left Walt Disney standing at a crossroads. His first business had failed. He had very little money. But one thing had never left him: his imagination. Sometimes, life closes one door, only to lead us toward a much bigger one.
After arriving in Hollywood, Walt started over with his brother, Roy Disney. Together, they worked tirelessly to build a small animation studio. The days were long. The money was limited. But their determination, they believed their stories could bring joy to millions.
Then came one of the most important moments in entertainment history. After losing the rights to one of his earlier cartoon characters, many people thought Walt had reached the end of his journey. Instead, he picked up a pencil and imagined a cheerful little mouse. That character became Mickey Mouse.
In 1928, the short film Steamboat Willie introduced Mickey Mouse to the world. Audiences loved him. His playful personality, his optimism, and his unforgettable smile. Almost overnight, Mickey became a global icon.
But Walt wasn't satisfied. He wanted animation to become something the world had never seen before. So he made another risky decision. He created the first full-length animated feature film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Many critics laughed at the idea. Some even called it Disney's folly.
But when the movie was released, the world was amazed. It became a huge success. Walt had once again proven that impossible dreams can become reality.
Years later, Walt imagined something even bigger. Not just movies, but a place where families could experience those stories together. A place filled with imagination, adventure, and happiness. That dream became Disneyland.
When Disneyland opened in 1955, visitors stepped into a world unlike anything they had ever seen. For Walt, it wasn't just a theme park. It was proof that dreams can be built, brick by brick, smile by smile.
On December 15, 1966, Walt Disney passed away. But his dream never ended. Today, his stories continue to inspire children and adults across the world. His imagination became a legacy that still brings happiness to millions every single day.
Walt Disney once said, "All our dreams can come true, if we have the courage to pursue them." Perhaps those words explain his life better than anything else. Every great story leaves us with a lesson. And Walt Disney's story reminds us that failure is never the end of the journey. Sometimes, it's simply the first chapter of something extraordinary. Thank you for spending your time with us on Nexvora podcast. If this story inspired you, don't forget to subscribe and join us for more incredible true stories. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep believing, and remember, the greatest adventures always begin with a single dream. We'll see you in the next episode.